President Pranab Mukherjee's message here for the MPs saying do not disrupt the House. This is a strong word now that's coming from the President. We're going to pull out that exact quote that President Pranab Mukherjee has just made as far as the disruptions in both houses of parliament that we've seen against the demonetization drive. President Pranab Mukherjee saying parliament must not be disrupted. It's a strong word. That's a message that is coming for the MPs. Senior correspondent Paulami Saha with those inputs. Paulami, this being an observation now, the disruption so far, with the President making a note of it as well.
Absolutely. It's been 16 days. Today is the 17th day since this session convened on November 16, and there's been absolutely no business which has been transacted, just other than the fact that the IT amendment law was pushed through by the government in the Lok Sabha. But beyond that, there has been absolutely no business which has been transacted. It has been exasperating for a lot of veterans within both houses of parliament as well. Yesterday, if you remember, L.K. Advani spoke out right after the Lok Sabha was adjourned, and he told the Speaker and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister saying it is for all sides to sit down and, try and make sure that there is some amount of discussion, debate, some amount of business which is transacted. It is exasperating to watch absolutely no proceedings take place in both houses of parliament all the time. There is the opposition which is in the well, shouting slogans as well. Today, another veteran BJP MP, Shanta Kumar, has written to the Speaker as well and said that it has been extremely bothersome to watch how the proceedings
please stay with us. Dr. Sambit Patra of the BJP with us here as well. Yesterday, we had an observation being made by the BJP patriarch L.K. Advani. Today, you have President Pranab Mukherjee making the same observation. Dr. Patra, are you with us? Okay, we seem to have lost that line. Paulami, but you were essentially listing out on, of course, this being the President now, making a note of that, making a statement on that, but it were also this kind of sentiment being echoed by the BJP as well, by none less than the BJP patriarch L.K. Advani yesterday.
Right. After L.K. Advani, in fact, made that statement today, Shanta Kumar, again a veteran BJP leader, has written to the Lok Sabha Speaker and said, let's get down to how we're going to try and tackle this. So he suggested saying, cut MP salaries if you find them in the well of the House, sloganeering despite your warnings. And if they continue to not heed your warnings, then suspend them for the time of that, proceeding. So he's made some suggestions as to how the opposition could be deterred from constantly holding both houses of parliament to ransom. And now, no less than the President of India making a statement and appealing to the opposition to let both houses function. You have very few days of any kind of business which can possibly be transacted, because tomorrow is private member's bill, so you won't have the regular functioning of parliament. So tomorrow nothing happens. You have the weekend, you have 12th and 13th, which are holidays, and then of course you have Wednesday and Thursday. So 2 days before Friday comes in and the session comes to a close. So you have only 2 days when you can actually have any kind of business transacted. You can have that discussion on demonetization. If MPs agree to sit through the entire day, that discussion can actually take place, because in the Rajya Sabha, remember, it has happened in short spells. At least in the Lok Sabha, there has been no discussion. But there can be some business which can be transacted, very important laws which are stuck, legislations which are stuck. You talk about the maternity bill, talk about the surrogacy law, talk about the whistleblower protection law, talk about the 2 GST bills as well. The government is on an extremely tight deadline. If they do not, move forward from, of course, that GST Council meeting, which is to happen on December 11 and 12, and then take it to both houses of parliament and have those legislations related to the GST law pushed through parliament, then it looks very dicey in terms of the government having, having the opportunity to meet that April 1st, 2017 deadline.
Paul, also put this in deeper perspective for us,
the country. So the government is working against an extremely tight deadline.
This also being an issue of larger concern, because we are staring at another washout of yet another session. The previous session was a washout as well. This is expected to be one, as you specified, only 2 more working days left. So that being the larger concern.
Absolutely. That is the fear now, that this will be a complete washout of a session. Previously there have been washout of sessions as well, with absolutely no business which was transacted the last session.
when Indian electorate gave the decisive mandate, and thereafter 30 years. In 2014, Indian electorate gave the massive mandate in favor of the current incumbent Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi. There were many theoreticians who used to make observations more than often that we have entered into a coalition era and the possibility of having a single party government in such diverse land is not possible. We shall have to live with the system of coalition. We have seen stability of the government became a casualty of the unprincipled, fragile and opportunistic coalitions, as a consequence to which several elections to Lok Sabha had to take place during the late 80s and early and whole of 90s. Between 89 to 99, there should have been only 3 general elections, as per the normal 5-year term period. But there were elections in 89, 91, 96, 98, 99. And after that, some sort of stability came, though there was the coalition governments.